Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Wrote this one down, didn't want to mess it up for y'all. Men do not know what turns on a particular woman. And I said I would cover this morning. I got this off. Yeah, men, that's one thing. And men do not know what turns on a particular woman. We don't have vaginas. It's just that simple. Because you get a lot of men thinking one thing turns on a woman. And it's never just one thing. It depends on the woman. You know, I mean, an example of that could be the gift I say keeps on giving. Those balloon pop shows. Because you had, I watched one yesterday. And, you know, this woman, a couple women said they didn't like this particular guy because he was too slim. They said they like stockier men. Okay. But then there's going to be some women say they don't like stockier men. They like athletic men. And that's all to it. That's why I say even with body game, you know, just get your best body and see which women like it. Because, you know, and it kills me. Because you can't, even when you see a woman with a man, you really, unless you know that woman in particular, you don't know. Seriously, we don't know what gets a woman off. You know? Or a particular woman, unless you know her personally. Unless you getting that woman off and she like your body. Because, I mean, I've had some women tell me some stuff. You know, one woman telling me she's sleeping on the first night with some big old dude. And she's fine as shit. But she's sleeping the first night with some big old dude. Then you got some women, they like slimmer dudes. Some women like whatever. So when you looking at a particular woman, you really don't know. You really don't know. Because you get some guys, y'all go to guys and tell you, yeah, you got to look like this or this or this. All they can do is speak for themselves and the women who wanted them. That next woman might not want them. And see, that's an important thing. That's why I say, as a man, you just got to figure out who's your tribe. For those who don't know what a tribe is, just a particular women who like you. That's it. It's that simple. It ain't no rocket science to it or anything like that. But see, you still get a lot of men. Like on my video I did yesterday, you know, talking about sex appeal beating out looks. Now, a dude getting on there disagreeing because he's seen some women go for pretty boys and handsome men. Yeah, it's probably some dork ass dude. First of all, he don't know what the situation was. Having crushes, he don't know if they hit it or not. He don't know anything unless you know the particular woman. Unless you can come up and say, this is what a woman told you. Even then, it's her choice. It's her choice. There ain't a bunch of other guys and stuff. It's her choice. And I'm going to tell you something about women. They'll deal with a particular man who might not be their sexual choice for other reasons. Could be for money. Could be he's just the right guy. But then that's why they dip into the shadow world, to get the guys that they want. You know? Or that's why they will cheat. Like, if one thing I will say, and this is just from observation, women will cheat with the type of guy they want. And that's all you can, that's the biggest indication. But honestly, you can't really even tell who a woman cheating with, because when women cheat in rhythm. And what I mean by rhythm is they'll cheat in such a way the guy ain't going to suspect something unless deep down they want the guy to catch them. But you got women, they've been with guys for years and, you know, would cheat on them. In fact, I'm thinking about a few women. They'll say publicly they want a particular type of man. But then the type of man they cheat with look nothing like that. Even when I did that tall man video the other day, anybody who's really followed me could see I was just clowning around. I was just having some fun. Because you really don't know. Like, a woman could say she wants a 6'3" slim guy, but then The guy who really gets her off, who make her have an orgasm, who got her screaming, her toes curling, turning her out, is some shorter stature guy with some weight on him. You don't know. Because you don't have a vagina. You can't even... And look, this the thing. Even with body game, I got that from women. Women were telling me, nah, Ron, we checking out bodies. I got that from women. And even then, I say it depends on the body. Shoot, I know this one woman, I mentioned her a few times. I don't know if she still watch my channel. But she like a big old dude. She was like tiny. But she like a big old dude. Big old, like, blatantly obese dude with a big old stomach. Actually, I've known quite a few fine women like a dude with some meat on them. And they'll say that shit. But then, like I said, you got some women, they got to be real slim. I told you, I got rejected. Smaller than I am now. And this woman rejected me because she likes stick thin dudes. See, here's the thing with women. And guys got to understand this. Every single woman got something that gets her off. Now, if you can figure out what gets off a particular woman and you got it, you in there. And honestly, it's not even just the body. It could be the behavior, could be the cologne. And a lot of women talk about that vibe, how that man make a woman feel. That could be it. It could be whatever. She could like somebody who's like, she get off on a guy who's a nerd. A lot of women got their individual fetishes out this joint. Shit. You just don't know. And see, because you don't know, you can't really make a judgment. Like even with guys who disagreed with what I said yesterday. Did you know that woman? Do you know the women? I mean, just because a man look handsome to you, don't mean that man looks handsome to the woman. In fact, let me talk about that. There's too much of that. And I actually question, and I'm serious, I question the sexuality of some guy trying to judge. You can't see and then saying something wrong with the woman. Or if a man is looking at another man, all that man is saying what he would do, which he need, I'm going to be real, he need to question himself or just come out the closet. And indeed, I've had quite a few women say that about some men who doing stuff like that. They say, yeah, you know, he just need to come out the closet. Because as a man, if you're a heterosexual man, you can't judge that shit. You cannot decide. And you know what? That's cool, because you know what that means? That means every man got a chance, but he do have to like get in his best shape. Women still checking out her body, but as a man, you still got to get in your best shape. And that don't mean you got to be like some lean and all of that. Some women don't like that shit, like I said. And then some women do. You got to figure out, okay, which one works for you. Because they even said that about me. Y'all remember when I had my stroke last year, and then when I came back, I was real slim? And it was funny. It was a whole bunch of guys saying, hey, Uncle Ron, you look great. You look great. Women were saying something different. Who do you think I listen to? Who do you think I'm listening to? Shoot. And it depends on the woman. And there's some deeper aspects to it, but I'm meant to get metaphysical. Whatever the case, a woman, she's gonna show who she likes. She's gonna smile who she likes. Even on those balloon pop shows, because I was calling them like other people were calling them a humiliation things. They rejected men. They call it handsome. Dude's got something going on. But we don't know what was turning on the woman. Those women, they probably weren't turned on sexually. Or if they were, they didn't show it publicly. See, that's another thing too. Sometimes women don't show what they like. You just gotta be in the right place or something. Sometimes we talk about those 12 to 5 men, midnight to 5 in the morning. Hey, sometimes it's a midnight to 5 woman. You know, this elder was telling me about. He was hanging out. At some dude's house, just a bunch of fellas and stuff. They, doing what fellas do, talk shit, right? He said about after midnight there was a knock on the dude's door, and it was this one woman. That's just some shit that's just going to happen. That's just some shit that's going to happen, and you really don't know. Now, one of the things you can do, you can get an idea about a particular woman if you're around her and you paying attention. I mean, you really got to pay attention. Like, recently I saw this older woman, I ain't going to say where, but she all smiley, all like, see, Boogie would say, teethy around this younger guy. I said, oh, okay. All right, see what she like. I mean, she was just giggling. Like, you got to pay attention to the woman, be around her, and then see who she smiles around. Watch her body language. Is she pointing her breasts? I had to get that in there. And her vajayjay at a guy. Is she smiling? Is she standing close to him? Whatever. You got to watch her body language. You got to be there. And I would say this. You learn how to read body language, you can get an idea about a woman you don't know personally. And even when you know some women, like I've said several fucking times, get to know a woman as a friend. You still got some Bama stupid ass motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm gonna call them stupid ass motherfuckers. Don't get into that. I'm like, dude, that one friend can get you laid with 5 women. I'm like, plus that one friend, she might have a business or something. Pimps know this. How is it that pimps know this shit, but regular square Batmans don't know this shit? Anyway, the woman, you ask her, she can tell you. Because I remember one woman, and I haven't contacted her in a while, but I remember this one woman. She said her type was a surfer boy type. Long hair, body, all that. And I've seen her go crazy over bodies. Yet she gave it up to this dude who was bald and overweight. See, one of the things too is you gotta take what women say with a grain of salt. Do I see Popo up here? Alright, they ain't along here. You gotta take what they say with a grain of salt. But you gotta really watch their actions. And you gotta be in a place where you can see their actions. And that's the only way you will have some idea. And notice I said some idea. Because some women, they can have a range of guys they get turned on by. It all depends. It's several factors. Imprint, where they grew up at, the guys around. And even when you see them going for a certain type of guy, you don't know the situation. Like, you would have to know the woman. I mean, you would have to know the woman all the way. I mean, you would have to know her on multiple levels. Because there's many women out there, they'll stroke a guy just for something to do. Just for something to do. Or the dude could have paid for it, You don't know. And even with guys, because sometimes you get some guys, they'll look at another guy and say, he ain't getting nobody, he ain't getting nobody. How you know, motherfucker? Are you around that person? Seriously, are you around that dude? Because you don't know. Unless you're around that dude 24/7, you don't know what he doing. It kills me. Dude's trying to look at another man. Dude, just come out the closet, man. It's okay now. It's okay. Come out the closet. Nobody gonna fuck with you. Because how you gonna know what another man doing unless you're around him all the time? Like, he could be some dorky, geeky, nerdy looking dude and still tearing up. for no other reason that he managed to tap into his tribe of women, which was geeky, dorky, nerdy women. Oh, there's some nerd dudes out there be tearing up some shit. They just fuck with nerd women. You know, some dudes, I gotta give it to it. That's another conversation, but I'll just say something about that here. Oh man, I gotta remember there's always delays along here. Well, not this early. But when you get some dorky dudes, they might just tap into some like dorky ass women. You don't know. They don't know. Remember, there's 4 billion women in the world. All of them ain't looking at a man the same way. And see, instead of guys complaining who a woman is choosing, and it's like, why? You just know she ain't choosing you. Or she ain't showing no signs she's choosing you. I mean, real signs. Not some like a woman just looking your way don't mean that's a choosing signal. She could be laughing at you. She could be like in her phone about to text, girl, I just seen this ugly ass dude. You don't know. The only way you really know is if the woman is in your presence. If the woman's in your presence and her body language is suggesting she's interested, how she looking at you, how her breastises are pointed, how her vagina is pointed. Very simple. Well, I shouldn't say very simple, because I know some guys, they'll hear that, still don't believe it, because they ain't getting no 90. They ain't getting a 90, so they don't know. But you really got to look at it, look how they look at you, all that stuff. And even then, you still don't know, because you don't have a vagina. It really comes down to that, because even then, you're really guessing. You're really guessing. Now, you know, if you're around enough women, you can make an educated guess, but you don't know because you don't have a vagina. And even for other women, they can't tell you. At the end of the day, they can't tell you unless that particular woman whispered in her ear, like, yeah, she want to get with, like, her friend, you know? You know, unless she whispers to another girl she wants to get with that friend or something. Because every woman's vagina is going to respond differently. Every woman going to respond differently. Hell, vaginas don't even look alike. Yeah, I know that's something for some guys that don't get none, but vaginas don't even look alike. So different things going to turn them on. You just don't know. Hell, it can even be age. There's quite a few, like, more than a few women I dealt with the last few years and stuff. Their 20s and 30s. They just were down for older men. It is what it is. You know? You just gotta, like, you don't know. So you can't, like, because even, y'all notice, like I said, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again for those in the back. For those who hear me talk about body game, what I say, get your best body. Like, I had somebody hit me up, had a comment, I ended up deleting the comment. I delete stupid questions. Talking about which body women like best. I don't know. Depends on the woman. Ain't no best or whatever they like. Shit. You don't know. It depends on the woman. That's why I say get your best body and see who like it. It's just that simple. You know? You don't have to make it hard on yourself, even though plenty of guys do that. It is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, it still come down no matter what. It come down, a man don't have a vagina. He can't tell. He can't tell. You get some guys trying, and you notice with the guys who try, they have like channels and everything. Their guys ain't giving any testimonies. They like, yeah, and still not giving any testimonies, which means apparently the shit ain't working. Look, here's the thing, ultimate thing. Just be your best and see who like it. It's really that simple. Yeah, they had to beat that truck coming. Seriously. That's all you can really do. Can't get mad, can't get any upset. Every woman gonna like something different. You just gotta find, all right, who feeling you? That's it. Who feeling you? You know, everything. Shoot, even like what you wearing and stuff. You know, some women like beards, some women don't. Some women want you to put on some cologne, some don't. You just gotta find what works for you. At the end of the day, everybody gotta find what works for them, what's getting them to 90. And then once they get that one woman, then they can get multiple women. That's how it works. Alright? So anyway, I'll get back to y'all tomorrow. Car video with something. I don't know what yet. I'll figure out something. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.